let's take this nice little turn from Ethan Ewing as an example for the snap. Of course, there will be videos and examples of his that are more radical, better, more vertical. However, we are not all Ethan Ewing, and so I think this is a good example to take in this case. So, as you can see here, the board gets about 45-degree angle up the wave. This is the minimum for a snap. A snap has to be either 45 degrees up to 12 o'clock. If it would be more horizontal, it wouldn't really go as a snap, and it wouldn't score as high if it would be in competition, all that kind of stuff. So, first things first, we have the neutral stance, and we have a bottom turn, nice and deep, that's being held all the way up onto the board, allowing the board to go 45 degrees. If you would be coming from behind the white water and you want to do this turn in the pocket there, you could even hold it for that little bit longer so that you get to that 12 o'clock, maybe even more vertical part of the wave. Now, what we're going to see here is crucial. We have the bottom turn that's being held properly. We see that Ethan is quite extended at this moment, and he's starting to look over his shoulder. So the first step is look over your shoulder. The second step would be the rotation and basically get the board from there to there. And one thing that's really important to note is that what we see here is that we see the left foot is up, the right foot is down. If you're goofy, it's the other way around. And as the turn progresses, this is being totally switched. Now it's the right foot that's there and the left foot that's there. So you basically just want to switch the board from going like this, 180 degrees going like this. How do we have to do that? Well, here he already looked over his shoulder. So that's first part of rotation. Then you're going to see that his upper body is also starting to rotate. His arm is rotating there over his head. This arm is also going up. So by throwing his arms up, he's unweightening the board. Because he throws his arm up, a little bit less weight is pushing onto the board. And then to get the board to do this, he needs to compress. Do you see that he's extended? This leg is almost fully extended. And as he goes through this, as the board starts pivoting through that turn, he totally compresses. Look at this. Okay? This is needed so that you don't push the board into the wave. This would cause way too much friction. So, step 1, look over your shoulder. Step 2 is throw your arms up in this rotation and compress. Step 3, during this compression, a lot of things happening at the same time, is rotate your hip. I like to think that you're rotating your hip, right? We see the hip pointing like this now. And now we're going to see the hip rotate. Now the hip is pointing that way. So that's almost 180 degrees rotation. I personally like to think of it like this, but Sigal in the podcast said that she likes to think of the ninja kick of the back leg. She likes to think more that she's going to kick that leg through, which is totally fine to think like that. It's either one of the two, it doesn't really matter. I personally am curious what's going to happen to my turns when I start thinking about the ninja kick more than just the rotating of my hip. My snaps can definitely be much better than what they are now. So I'm going to work on that. But these are definitely the steps that I think, to me, for how I've been experiencing it, has been helping a lot. Good luck practicing.